Friends, on your way to church today, I am sure many of you would have purchased a certain Sunday newspaper. Some of you may have seen a photograph bearing a distinct resemblance to my good self. It is I, and one or two of you may have been slightly confused by it. Let me explain. Yesterday, as is my wont, I answered my telephone and received an urgent summons to one of our flock. Mounting my bicycle, as is also my wont, I pedaled quickly to the house in question. Arriving at the parishioner's door, my fatigue was great and my heat was mighty. The kind parishioner, a Miss Bubbles Lamore, admitted me, and so great was my exhaustion, combined with the closeness of our room, I was left with no other choice but to sit on her bed and take off my clothes. This is not an unusual happenstance, as many of you can vouch, in particular Mrs. Trixie Cranshaw of 16 Wombat Drive. Friends, I implore you, do not judge me on one blurry photograph printed in the gutter press. Until you've seen the film, which I will screen after the service. $25 a ticket.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the all-new, longer wheelbase, wider track, smoother handling Naked Vicar Show, starring in order of trade and value the new as low mileage Kev Golsby, the goes well and no deposit to approved customers Noeline Brown, and the tow it away it's yours Ross Higgins, plus this week's special guest star Bill Peach as the Naked Vicar.
But I don't want to be the Naked Vicar.
And finally, a special message to frustrated actor of Adelaide. Yes, fluent ancient Greek and pink walk shorts can ensure a successful political career in South Australia. However, we strongly suggest dropping the feather boa and tap number from your policy speech. The spoon playing and juggling is more than adequate.
And now, a word from the Motor Mechanics Union.
Greased nipples.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Australia, a land of contrasts.
In Western Australia, it's called the Nobby's Nut.
In Victoria, it's called the beer nut.
In New South Wales, it's called the peanut.
And in Queensland, it's called the Premier.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Chuckle Corner. And here's your chief chuckler, Princess Joyce.
Thanks, Princess Thelma. G'day, little chucklers. Now, before we take off on our merry-go-round of mirth, it's medicine time. If you would, Princess Thelma.
There you are.
Bit more, pet. That'll do. Can we have some medicine-taking music, please, Princess Michael? Last night I had a great chuckle. But I've forgotten it, so little chucklers, let's get off our merry-go-round of mirth before I chuckle again. And go to Pet Corner with Princess Ralph. G'day, Princess Ralph. How are our little furry things in the cold light of the day?
Not real good, Princess Joyce.
Join the club.
Righto, chucklers, here's Pet's Corner. Today, Turtles. Little Mary Bullocks writes, Dear Princess Ralph, my turtle Arnold hasn't come out of his shell for 8 weeks. But I know he's in there because I can hear the shower running. How do I get him out? Well, little chuckler bollocks, it's very simple. Turn him on his back and run over his stomach lightly with a hot iron. If that doesn't work, bury him in the garden and get yourself another tadpole. Back to you, Princess Joyce. Cheers.
Cheers, Ralph. Now it's knitting corner, but first let's steady our hands with medicine time again. Gather round your wireless gardeners. It's time for your gardening show of the air. Yes, it's time for Getting Rooted.
Hello, gardeners, and welcome to Getting Rooted.
as usual, I'm tingling with anticipation, so settle back, take a firm grasp of your aquasol, because it's fertiliser time with Cess. Take it away, Cess.
Hello, Cyril. And hello to all you getting rooted fertilisers. Now, many of us seem to take compost and such like for granted.
I don't, Cess.
I know that, Cyril.
I love compost.
And I'm sure it loves you too, Cyril.
That's not funny, Cess.
It was a joke, Cyril.
A pretty poor one in my estimation, Cess.
Be that as it may, while your compost is fermenting in the soil, it's a good idea to keep a close eye on its steaming decomposition, stirring often to ensure...
Knock, knock, Cess.
Pardon, Cyril?
Knock, knock, Cess. It's a joke.
I don't get it, Cyril. Now, stirring one's compost will ensure...
Who's there?
Pardon, Cyril?
Who's there? You're supposed to say who's there.
Why, Cyril?
So I can say Sam and Janet.
Has this got anything to do with the compost, Cyril?
No, Cess.
Who are Sam and Janet?
Sam and Janet Evening. Get it?
No.
You're a dill, Cess.
Cyril?
Yes, Cess?
Sit on your secateurs and twist.
Shirl?
Yes, Thelma?
Are you a jiggler or a dangler?
I don't know, Thel. I've never looked.
Famous long-distance runner Tony McCafferty talks about a new breakfast cereal. I run about 50 miles a day. And out here in the Nullarbor, I need the extra strength I can only get with Whammo.
What makes Tony McCafferty run? Whammo does. Whammo. It's the new powerful laxative cereal for the family on the move. Isn't that right, Tony? Tony? Tony, where did he go? Oh, well. New Whammo. Get some soon. Oh. Excuse me, wait for me, Tony!
That medicine's doing a power of good, Princess Ralph.
Just a ticket, Princess Joyce.
Well, little chucklers, without further ado, it's time for... Oh, golly, dearie me, we seem to have run out of medicine, Princess Ralph.
That's sad, Princess Joyce.
Sad as bloody disastrous. Well, little chucklers, if Princess Ralph will slip us a couple of bucks, I'll jump into Noddy's chuckle wagon and whip round to the Chuckle Palace and pick up another six-pack of medicine. So, take it away, Princess Ralph.
Right out, Princess Joyce, but drive carefully, because Noddy's chuckle wagon's light on for brakes and is out of Reggio. Now, little chucklers, let's skip into nature's realm. A little skipping music, Princess Michael. That's enough, thank you very much. Here we are in nature's realm. Let's meet our first furry friend, the goldfish, little Benny Crop. He's aged 8 3/4, and Benny writes, do goldfish jump? Well, the short answer, Benny, is no. But with patient training and a lot of love and understanding, no kicking, your goldfish will jump beautifully, and here's what you do. Ask Mummy to give you a long piece of string and then very carefully tie one end around the goldfish's tail. Remember, no kicking now. You tie the other end to a brick and you chuck it over the hedge. You will find that your surprised goldfish will tend to follow the brick, thus creating a jumping motion. Repeat this exercise often and soon you'll find that your goldfish will jump whenever he sees a brick. And if this doesn't work, bury him in the garden and buy yourself a tadpole.
And now, War and Peace, as condensed by the Reading Digest.
A Russian called Pierre wanted to kill Napoleon, but didn't.
And next week, Hamlet.
Welcome to Glitter Time, where we look behind the tinsel to the heartbeat of the silver screen. My name's Peter Mascara, and my first guest today is filmmaker Graham Darling. Hello, Graham.
G'day, Mr. Mascara.
Oh, so formal. Call me Peter.
Call me darling.
Tell me, darling.
Peter?
Yes, darling?
It was a joke.
Good. Anyway, darling.
It's just one of the many sparks of repartee that flash gem-like from my constantly simmering sense of humour.
Tell me, before you became a filmmaker, what were you?
I was a humorous undertaker. Lower them with a laugh was me motto.
How quaint. But tell me...
Here again, my sparkling sense of comedic timing was evidenced. The graveside service would open with a few short one-liners. You know, break the ice, get them going. Then into the pallbearers and chauffeurs' comedy tumbling act. Marvellous how they never dropped the coffin while I slipped behind the hearse and changed into me Coco the Clown outfit. Funny hat and a trick nose has a marked effect on the mourners.
I'm sure.
But all good things must come to an end. When the musicians ran off with the chorus girls, I sold me fairy floss and hot chips truck and I packed it all in.
Quite. But leaving funny funerals behind us, would you tell us something about your film? I understand it's in the contemporary savage genre.
Blood oath. It chronicles an oppressed society's struggle against the tyrannies of totalitarianism's symbolic predator.
So it's about the true meaning of life?
No, it's about a budgie.
A budgie? Oh, I see. You tackle the pressing environmental issues of today.
Sort of. He kills people.
Who?
Terry the budgie.
Of course. But why a budgie?
Oh, of course, sharks have all been done. Besides, every home in Australia's got a budgie. The sad thing is that 9 out of 10 budgie owners are completely unaware of the innate savagery of the budgie. The killer that lurks in their kitchens.
Perhaps you could give us a brief outline of the plot.
Well, there's this budgie called Terry, see? One night he gets jacked off with sitting in his cage, searching for his true inner self, so he crashes out, eats the cat and savages the family. And then, by the end of reel one, he's decimated Wombat Crescent and he's cutting a sway through Bandland Shopping Mart's free creche and community centre.
That must have been an expensive scene to film.
Oh, blood oath, surprisingly expensive.
Why surprising?
Well, they didn't know it was going to happen. Still, all's well that ends well. We sent all the bereaved families a small floral tribute and 2 free tickets to the premiere.
A nice gesture, but tell me, in the film, why does the budgie unleash this murderous assault on the community? Is he suffering from some deep inner turmoil?
No, he's just nasty. Vicious. We've had 3 trainers already, you know. He sneaks up on them. Tippy-toe, then whack! Down they go. A piece of cuttlefish between the shoulder blades.
Tell me, how does the film reach its ultimate conclusion?
Oh, what, you mean the end?
That too.
Oh, well, they try the army, then the Air Force sends in its F-111s after him, but neither of them can catch him. So finally, when he's completely surrounded by the Navy, he ties a white scarf round his neck and does a kamikaze straight onto the HMAS Melbourne. It hits the Opera House, they both sink, and as the budgie goes down, we fade up the music and roll the end credits.
Well, there you are, listeners. Graham Darling's new film, Claws. A touching, moving, delicate, cinematic statement. A truly sensitive work.
Gun oath.
And thank you for talking with us, Graham Darling.
And thank you, Peter, sweetheart.
And now, a word from the RSL.
War!
With whom?
Everybody!
But why?
Why not?
What do you do for a living?
Strangle chooks.
Why do you strangle chooks?
Because long-eared pufters run too fast.
Sharp,
Yeah, what do you want?
be gentle.
Eh?
Every time I come in here, you shout at me.
You know why?
No?
Because you're a bloody idiot.
See, you've started already.
All right, what do you want?
I want to book a holiday.
2 whence?
I don't know.
How about Broken Hill?
Been there. I was down the pits, right into the very bowels of hell.
You never were.
I was.
What do you do in the mines?
Well, I used to sit in a little cage and breathe the air. And if ever I swooned off me perch, the alarm went and they all rushed out of the mine to safety. I was a hero.
You're having a lend of me.
No. I had a tin hat and everything. Had a little light on it to light my way.
Look, where do you want to go?
Send me somewhere bold.
Bold?
You know, somewhere where there's danger on all sides, man against the elements, where every day you're balanced on that fine line between hope and despair, where man is the hunter and the hunted, poised on the very brink of civilization itself.
Brisbane.
I've been there too. I was a flood officer.
You, a flood officer?
And a hero. They put me on these stilts in the middle of the river, and I used to sing out, "Up to me knees, all's well." Just like that. I had a red light in my forehead, and when it got to there, they evacuated the town. Happened 4 times in the one day. My stilts kept sinking into the mud.
Look, just how long do you want to be away?
8 weeks.
How much have you got?
$42.
Bruce.
What?
Piss off.
In America, they put it in grubby little movie houses and call it art.
In Denmark, they put it in little bookstalls and call it a souvenir.
In Britain, they put it to one side and call it silly.
And in Australia, they put it in writing and call it a newspaper.
Lois Kent, how are you?
G'day, Narelle. How you going?
Oh, real good. Tell me, how's that Bruce of yours? Still at the bank?
Oh, no, I gave it away. He became a superhero.
Oh, what sort of superhero?
Oh, you know, usual stuff. Cape, leotards, lightning bolt across the chest.
Oh. Good money, is it?
No, not real good. He had to get a night job. Sheet metal worker. Killed him in the end, but...
What happened?
Got his cape caught in a lathe.
Nasty.
Blood oath. Of course it upset Richard something terrible.
Richard?
His wonder dog. Never flew again.
Oh, that's sad.
Blood oath. Of course, now the young one's coming on. He's a bit of a trial also.
He wants to be a superhero too?
Oh, sort of. He's into astral magic.
What's he do?
Gestures hypnotically. All around the house, gesture. Drives you crazy, it would. I was grilling the chops the other night and he come, gestured hypnotically and bugger me, the stove turns into an elephant.
What did you do?
Put him in the carport with the frog.
The frog?
His little sister Miranda. He won't listen to me, but I told him all this hypnotic gesturing has just got to stop, at least till after the exams. So I locked his wand in the hall cupboard and sent his mate Lothar home.
The little bald bung in the leopard skin?
The very same.
What's Clark got to say about all this?
Oh, Clark's not a well man. Bed-riddled, been on compo for 3 weeks now.
What happened?
Oh, that little bludger Jimmy Olsen put kryptonite in his coffee.
Nasty.
Blood oath. He's gone all limp and his X-ray vision's gone haywire. Blood oath. Can't see through an envelope without frowning. Hey, by the way, how's your Robin?
Flat on his back in hospital.
Nah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I told him, Robin, don't shower with your back belt on. But he wouldn't listen. Sure enough, short circuit, rocket went off, rammed him head first through the hot water service.
Oh, no, not your new ring.
Yeah. Oh, well. See you, Lois.
Yeah, Narelle. Oh, it doesn't feel right to me, George.
Just relax, Gloria, and think of cheering crowds.
It's an unnatural practice, George. Other married couples don't do this.
Gloria, keep still or the carrots will fall off.
There's something wrong with you, George. I'll bet the other blokes at the factory don't do this.
The other blokes, Gloria, don't have the spirit of adventure.
Well, I just can't see why I have to have 2 carrots glued to my forehead.
Because, Gloria, I am El Wonderfullo de Fitzroy, soon to become the world's greatest toreador. Now stop your bitching, get down on your hands and knees and snort.
I can't snort. The curtain ring keeps falling out of my nose.
Oh, geez, you're a wet blanket, Gloria. Now, where's me swirling velvet cape with which to tease and torment your 2,000 pounds of throbbing bull flesh?
Your what?
My cape, Gloria, my crimson velvet flag of defiance.
What?
Me cape!
The bloody tea towel from Phillip Island with penguins and mutton birds on it. Where is it?
Oh, that. It's in the laundry. The budgie chucked on it.
I'll kill that bloody budgie. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll use me hanky. Now, where's your umbrella?
What for?
The Kiel Gloria, the Coupe de Grace. Swift and silent is the steel of El Wonderfullo. Alley! OK, El Toro, stamp your foot and charge, and for God's sake, look where you're going this time. Flywire doors don't grow on trees, you know.
George, I don't want to.
Come on, Gloria. Ho, Toro, ho, Ole, etc. Charge, Toro. El Wonderfullo challenges you. Come on, Gloria.
Oh, all right. Snort, snort, moo.
Hey.
Moo.
Hey, Toro. Ole, charge, El. Oh, jeez. Oh, Gloria. Oh.
You all right, El Wonderfullo? George?
Give us me trust, Toro. El Wonderfullo's just popped his corridas.
My name's Andrew Sincerity, and welcome to another exciting edition of It's Elementary. The two competing teams today are on my left, stop that boys, the boys from Alsatian College. Give them a big hand. And on my right, the snotty little girls from some toffee-nosed girls' school in Melbourne. Don't bother to applaud. Now, first question goes to Alsatian College and is for you, Timothy.
Yes, Dad.
How old are you, Timothy?
12 3/4.
You're right! And it's 100 points to Alsatian College. Now for the girls. The first question goes to the little fat one with a spotty face and glasses. How old am I?
I don't know, sir.
Stupid girl. No points. Don't applaud. But that wrong answer gives Alsatian College another 500 bonus points. Applaud! And now it's time to beat the buzzer and the bell. Boys, test your bell. Now, girls, test your buzzer. Good. Everything's working fine. First question. What's the longest river in the world? And the boys have it. You'll have to be faster than that, girls. And for the answer, Timothy, what is the longest river in the world?
Hong Kong, Dad.
Right! Clever boy, Timmy. He saw the trick part of the question. And so the boys add another 3,000 bonus points to their score, plus, of course, an extra 100 because the girls are ugly. Stop sniveling, girls. Now, the big bonus question coming up. Pick a number, girls.
10.
You can't have it. You'll have number 15. And here's the question. What is the cubed square root of the cosine of 7,349 divided by 11.3?
19.2.
You're right. But because you've got fat legs, the points go to the boys. And so, with 8,000 points to nil, the boys of Alsatian College win. That means, Timothy...
Yes, Dad?
...that you have won the Qantas packaged all-expenses-paid trip around the world for father and son and a Lamborghini for the lucky father. But, girls, you don't go away empty-handed. Here, just for you to take away with you, a wonderful biro. Well, that's the end of another It's Elementary, and this is Andrew Sincerity saying good night, Australia.
That was the Naked Vicar Show, starring the R-rated Kev Golsby, the adults-only Noeline Brown, and the suitable for general exhibition Ross Higgins. The not recommended for children Double J Band was under the musical direction of the heavily censored Michael Pajanic. Voices and other sound effects were made by, for the mature audiences only, John McGraw, Ron Winton, and Steve Collins. This show was recorded by the Past Without Cuts, Mike Byrne and Keith Walker. Written and produced by the But It's an Art, I tell you, Gary Riley and Tony Sattler. David Ives gave up his naughty books to be